Am I streaming? Hello? Let me adjust the mic. Let me adjust the mic. This is one of the stupid things they have done to this website. They usually, I don't know, on default they turn this on. It doesn't memorize the last configuration for the sound. Well, I haven't been here for a while. Let me check everything is on. I will keep this page on just in case, but I will try to pause it if it is possible. So, what's going on? I have been not doing well the last week. Actually, I was kind of sick the last 4 days and I slept a lot. And thanks for that, actually, I got a lot of energy and I got better. But before that, I was working on. Actually, I was shattered between data integrity and the GUI and the objects and some of the stuff in the forum page. And I made a system for the object, but before I test it and before I done some of the stuff with it to make sure that it's save and load, I decided it wasn't good enough because I couldn't support some of the features that I dreamed of, and it's kind of hard to support it and it needed to redesign. So I decided to delete the whole thing, the whole new object system, not the whole GUI. The GUI actually, I added few things in here, and it's need the rework. Maybe I should delete this as well to redesign because this thing in the middle is freaky stupid, and I don't like it. But to be honest, I kind of care about the functionality, and if I could make the GUI look better like this one, I consider it good comparing to this one. It's all over the place. But if I can do the two of them, the good design and the good work, then I'll do it. But if I cannot do a good design, well, I'm not a good designer. It's kind of catastrophe, and I'm trying to do better. So there's two solutions: either to separate this page into two, or I don't know. Maybe it will be better if I make this one small. Oh, look at this! Look at this crap, and drag this one here. Maybe this will make it a little bit better. Because the mini object is a subtype of objects that doesn't save all kinds of data, and it's belong to the object list. So what we are going to do, I will try to refill this page. I'm just quite late at night and I couldn't sleep, and I would like to check if the microphone is on for a second. Okay, it is on. So I would like to do work for around, let's say, 2 hours, 3 hours, depends how long I will stay awake, and or till I fall sleeping on the chair, either that or that. So 3 hours is too much, I believe 2 hours, but let's try to edit. Even though today I made 3 hours, and I should slow down because I was sick, and this is the first day that I work after sickness, and I should slow down, but if I can score another hour, I will be happy, dude. Let's see. So one of the things I would like to do is to move all the new object related classes to a new folder. The organization of the files in this project, the map simulator, is not as much as the game project. After all, this is just the guy who will make the game, but most of the actual work when I design the game, no, still, it will be on both projects. So anyway, what I'm trying to say, actually, the other project, the game engine, is more organized. So because we are going to have more than one class related to this crap, it's better to give them their folder, because actually in this file alone it have three other class. Where's the items? Oh, the items is in here. Three other classes, and there will be more in the near future. And I wasn't sure about the design of this thing, but I believe this is how I'm going to do it. So let's give their own files now. Yeah, when I'm not super sure if this is how I'm going to do it, I usually keep it as an inner private class or an inner class or local class, depends on the. This is not a private class because it's not inside the class, and I don't know if it has a name. So this is the cluster, and I might change the cluster into two different classes actually and make an interface to manage both, and we will see about that. For now, I'm not super worried about it. Yes, it was a mistake not to design the thing as on paper first. It just, I was lazy. There's no excuse for that. Stuff like these should be designed on paper first. But sometimes we feel so confident that we are better than that. And if I designed it on paper, it won't wasted my time. Around 2 days of work doing the system, the initial system, and all of a sudden, oops. Actually, this doesn't support the way that I want it to work in the future. I was like, that's mean. Start over. So let's add a new class as well called items. Or not a new class, but a new file. Actually, in the game engine, they have their own file. Oh, this is okay. The item is outdated as well, and it need a lot of work. When I deal with the inventory system, the generic inventory system, and I'm not sure how am I going to make an inventory system, but when I deal with that, I will see how I will do it. It requires some changes. I mean, where this item located, there's no idea in here. So it needs some work somehow. Yeah, my language is not the best, as you can see. And don't blame me, I was going to sleep, but I felt like I have too much energy, I fear, because I was sleeping most of the time the last 3 days. So even though with the sleep problem, what was the name thing? No, it's not sleep phobia. What the fuck was that? I didn't check in, did I? Thank you. Alright. I hate the only reason I checked in, and sometimes I don't check in for a week because I want to check in a working product. Because the last thing is you open the backup and there's a problem that didn't solve or complete yet. It feel ugly. But the only reason I done this because I really hate the green plus sign in here. When it says, that file hasn't been added yet. This file hasn't been added yet. And yeah. So let's adjust this. Okay. Thank you. Wait. Okay, let's close all these suckers. Except the object class, maybe. So similar to the the creatures and the jobs and everything. Yeah, we have a blueprint and we have the object, and the blueprint should have the possibility what the objects have, so we save as much data as possible. So instead of saving the same data to represent where the animation are over and over and over for every single waterfall in the map, we could only do it once in the blueprint and the whole objects in the map. And actually I'm going to do something even more neat about that, which is called the object cluster. We save it only once in one object, and that's the blueprint. So this is a blueprint GUI, and I need to do some of the stuff to make it work. So the GUI for now, it's not, I haven't done much in it because I was working on the save and load, and I usually don't show on the camera the save and load functions, and that's why I saved this to the stream. So the first thing I add before I went to the supermarket today, is whenever we load the thing, loading this page, we get all the objects and item sprites in here. And if we add one, it should automatically, unless if I forgot to call the function, to add the objects in there. So how about if I put the tree that the artist drew? Oh, I don't have it here. So let's download it then. He took around 20 damn hours on that damn tree. Single fucking tree. You don't believe how annoying is that. I mean, at first I was like, was he drinking or playing, or maybe playing with a DS with one hand, with a Nintendo DS, another hand he's doing that. I mean, how could a one tree take 20 hours? But when I saw him working on that on Twitch, I was like, oh god. And why this file is taking forever? What the hell? Hello? That never happened to me. I don't know why it was stuck. Like, what the hell? So let's go to, where did he put it? Don't tell me it's a surprise. Yep, it's here. So let's download this one, and this one, and this one. Why not? Oh wow, he didn't open them. Jesus. Why is he checking for viruses? This is my fucking Google Drive, damn it. Come on. The third one's left. Come on. Oh, he didn't detect me saying download this one. Jesus Christ. Maybe Google got hacked. I don't know. Or maybe they are updating the system or something. I don't know. I mean, I've been using it today and it was fine. This, and my download page got oh, I downloaded this game and I didn't try it. Dang it. I completely forgot. What did he call that thing? Who am I? Who are you? Ah, stump. Ta-da! So let's add this tree. And this tree. And this thing. So, hello. Anita, isn't that the famous Anita Sarkeesian? The feminist, I don't know what they call them. Journalist? No. So, public speaker. So we added 3 trees. Oh wow. The tree is way much bigger than the miniature himself. Um, Great. So whenever we add these objects, they should automatically show in here. Ta-da! Which is the first step to work on this file. The next step is whenever I select this tree from here, I want it to show in here. So the laziest way to check that out is to check how did I do it in these all their work. So let's go to this one. And depends if there are numbers in the frame size, then we will print that size only. If not, we print the whole thing. So let's do the same thing. And what's going on? Why am I doing parsing? Oh, okay. 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 Actually, I can do the whole copy thing. So she's asking what are you using for front-ended? What? Front-ended. I'm sorry, I don't know what's that. And I don't shy from saying I'm an ignorant. So I usually use Google to see what the hell is this. Oh wait, no, the spelling was correct. It says the front of a car or other vehicle. Ah, do you mean that for the GUI design or whatever? Front-ended developer. Oh, you mean my position? God, I'm lost. The user interface I'm using actually for this thing is GDI Plus, normal GDI Plus, and the Visual Studio, nothing special. And this is not the engine. This is only the program that create the game itself. So this is Visual Studio 2015, and the game engine I'm using Monogame. Let me find it first. Ta-da! And this is the thing. It's still under work. As you see, this is the GUI. This is buttons I can press. And this character moving in a silly way. This character, I made him taller even though he's not taller, so he doesn't pass this gap. So this is in Monogame. But the GUI, because it's kind of hard to do GUI and functionalities and everything in here, it will take forever. I decided to make two projects. One to make the data on the files and a normal C# Windows project, and the other just take the data and transfer them into a game. So it's just to cut the crap, because if you go to any of these pages and you see the designers, oh my god, just thousands of lines just for the design. So it's saving a lot of time to do the GUI. So yeah, but thank you for teaching me a new word. Front-ended, if I know how to pronounce it right first. But it seems it has many meaning. The first thing that I thought about when I read this word is like the guy who's sitting in the front. I was like, no, I don't think that, no, that doesn't make any sense. So here, let's do a similar crap. And oh, this is the old way I was doing that. And here, thanks God, I have similar naming for the tabs. All what I need is just to replace the header, not the header, the header's in the front. Replace this bar to represent the right tab. So point to this is the objects tab, this tab, and number one. So you have control tab, you have skills tab or job tab, you have animation tab, you have main tab. So each one of them represented by a letter, and based on the number, I know which tab I'm talking about. Because we have around 500 tools, I believe. Not tools, I mean components. Without counting the tabs and I don't know, label around 300 alone, the labels alone. So you have tabs everywhere in here, and it's quite messy. So you need some kind of naming convention to figure out which one of these fools are you talking about, because this is a huge and this is only one page. This is only one page. So with that, I could immediately change it by changing a few letters, because I know exactly which one I'm talking about. Hopefully. So same here. And we need to do some changes. In here, I don't think I call it C, I call it S, because object doesn't collide with other things. It's more a solidity thing. And let's take this part. Yes, the GUI design part is usually boring, and I don't blame anyone that would leave running away with his life before they can. But unfortunately, most of my streams give the same impression. Wait, we don't have a wall thing. And why he's not happy? Alright. You know what? Wait, let's see the update. Am I going to use that system? Maybe I won't use this is for measuring the units, I believe. I don't need it. And I don't have 5 positions. Fuck off. We update. And I believe I need only this one with with these numbers. So I don't need this one. I don't think so. I'll check. I will double check. Let's double fucking check. Because I usually forget what the hell is these. But I believe these show the collision rectangles. And the problem is I don't have wall collision rectangle in this. So I wonder if I should make this one into optional. Can I do this? No. Apparently not. Can I make it -1 in size? That might make problems. Maybe I can give it a fake wall rectangle, but disable it. So we can do that, but first let's test it. Then we... Oh, I didn't do refresh, and I forgot the other word, the other function. So let's go here. Ta-da! So if we put numbers in here, we should have the size. So one of the things that we need to do next is whenever I change the number in here, it do the update for the size and the frame position. And once again, I can cheat and take a look. How did I do it? And then decide if I'm going to do the same thing or not. Then I'll go back and check the rectangle, and there is no event made automatically. That means I add it manually. So let me see if SW tab 3, if SW tab 3. So you see here there's a leave, F tab 3, and it do the update. And actually do more than one thing. It do animation update, which is are you sure it is tab 3? Tab 3 is for animation, screw animation. I want a fixed image. But it is a similar crap, so where did I add these suckers? Did I add them here, or did I add them in don't tell me I add them all the way up here. Jesus Christ. So let's take the name of the handler of the event, F tab 3. I thought it called if tab 3 leave. So unfortunately I added here. That's been a lot of crap. Oh god. Usually I add here for number checking, that it must be a number, and if it is unsigned or negative or whatever. But yeah, apparently I add some of the leave functions in here as well. So let's do that. So here, let's add a new section, objects, and we do if leave. So they are the same 4, but with the O tab 1. Oh, what have you done? And we infested the O tab to everyone. And then we make a new event or new function or new delegate or whatever you call. I believe the whole thing called delegate, but this is an event. No, maybe the event is the inside thing. I don't know. Terminologies, I'm kind of sucks in them. But when someone say events, handler, delegates, I know he's talking about this area. And sometimes I need to go back and recheck my crap, because if I want to call myself even a moderate or advanced programmer, I should have some respect to the terminology. So we add one of these suckers. So oh Jesus, some of the guys are calling this function even though they are not related to the whole fiasco. So let's go back to the object section and add this function somewhere in the update section, and we call it, excuse me, I was going to sneeze but it didn't came when I wanted to. So let's go up and close the whole crap in here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the more I code this thing, this behemoth, the more difficult to advance in it. Not that much, to be honest. When I was doing huge projects in Visual Basic 6, I didn't have 1% of the organization that I have now. And I'm still messy in coding, I'm still learning. And it was way much harder. Not only hard, it reached to the level that it became impossible. So what we do in here, we need to update, similar to this code actually. So what we are going to do, we actually can call this leave inside here if I'm going to do the whole thing. I can either parse immediately, or I can just try out. And I'm just a lazy bastard. To be honest, I usually don't like to introduce the new variables and functions that I call over and over. But sometimes, I don't know, I'm just too lazy. Just like today, I'm way too lazy to overthink. I just want to make progress and I'm sick being stuck in this code forever. And the question is, would it matter if it is a little bit slower when you do the game design thing? No, because this is not going to be included in the game experience. This is only to design the game. When I have the file, the whole project doesn't matter. And the optimization speed should be focused more on the game side, I believe. So screw it. I could save the space 3 lines and do the whole thing in here, but so let's make a check that if this or this is less than 1, then return. We do nothing. So now let's make a check. These okay, let's test that. We already saved the trees in the objects. So you see the tree in here, but this is the whole thing. Is this thing broken? No? Okay. I mean, does the tree exactly fit here? I kinda doubt it. So we took the tree and let's check the frame. So you saw when I made this one into 0, it printed nothing, and I don't know if this is the right behavior I would like to have in this area, or how I want it, but we can keep it as like this. So this is 30 pixel by 30 pixel. It's not enough, so let's try 150, 300. Do you see what I'm seeing? All of a sudden the image fit in here, but when I print it alone, let's select this one, it doesn't fit. So apparently the stupid viewers still have issues with sizes, actual sizes, and I thought I fixed that. So there's no better than tomorrow. What? There's no better than the present. I don't know how they say it in English. We can check it out why this behavior is happening. So let's make a test. Let's make a test. So whenever I print the image without asking for the size, it usually use a function to do that. So let's take one of them. maybe a little bit bigger to make it more obvious. And let's open the original file and try to compare it manually, because unfortunately I don't have other tools to do that if I know where the file is. So give me a second. It should be inside the content if it is part of the game file. So apparently this is the original size. Hopefully. Well, it says 100%. And the size is it doesn't say. Can you tell me the size, please? Okay. It is 133 by 120. So if I say 133 by 120, now it became smaller all of a sudden. And it's apparently the same size. Cannot I make a ghost version out of this? So apparently the first function is not working in the way I wanted. So let me go and check what's going on. The thing is, I made it to resize the image based on the real size of image to fix the problem, but I don't know the best way to do that. Let me try something else. Does it say anything in here that... No, this is modifier. This is the publicity modifier, or the visibility modifier, just like size mode. Is that the frame size maybe? I don't see anything that represents that except this one, and I don't think this is the problem. Let's try it out the size and see. Whoops. Actually, because I was dealing with small tills and small images all the time, I didn't notice the issue. But when I got another artist and he started drawing more things and I start to get bigger stuff, the problem started to become more and more clear. And finally, when I started to deal with the collision rectangles, I wasted around 2 hours trying to figure out who is the caliber. And apparently this idiot is killing me. There's 177,000 GDI drawing for the image overrides, or overlords I mean, and none of them make sense. So let's go back to code, and view update seems working right, but view update of this overload is not working, where I sent only the picture. So let's go to the bottomless hellhole in my code. The view update. Welcome to my biggest nightmare and #1 reason of misery in my life in this era, or in this time of my life. Yeah, monogame is the frame that developed after XNA. Well, I believe it's referred to Mono related to the Mono engine, the portable frame that's used to program programs on Linux and several portable operation systems. And similar to Mono games, it's an engine based on the XNA. They built on XNA after Microsoft killed the support, but it's portable. You can program the games on the same project on several platforms, including Windows, Linux, Mac, iOS, iPhone, iPads, PlayStation, Xbox, and I believe that's why they chose the name. I don't know if they're using that platform, but I don't think so. I use Monogame since when it was there is no templates and you need to download the DLL and the project from the GitHub and update it by the oh my god, it was a nightmare. Because when they have crashes that they didn't dealt with, you need to avoid them or fix the problem by yourself. And that's the last thing you want to do to develop your game while you need to fix the issues of the platform itself. So I forgot the languages, but Mono. I was going to say portability. Uh, uh, so there is a .NET for Mono actually as well. Interesting. So there you go. So maybe they're using both platforms to mix it together. So both of them from Visual Studio actually, or from the .NET frame. Interesting. I thought Mono was something before the .NET. It's an old thing, but I guess you keep learning stuff. I tried once to develop on that, but oh my god, to be honest, to develop old portable projects in the old frames and the old languages is a headache. Believe me, we are in the better places in these years. We are almost spoiled with these IDEs and frames and all of these what do you call them, tools to help us to deal with this stuff. It used to be expensive and more poor quality, but nowadays, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And yet we complain more. That's what we do. So this is the version that we are using to print the images, and for some reason it give us the wrong size. No, we are using this version, which use this version. But when we use this version, it's do better. I wonder. Jesus Christ, this is not very smart, is it? Yeah, this place has seen changes more than my cells in my body, more than my skin cells. I changed this area and these functions over and over and over till it became a serious mess. So let's see if I can take the size of the image from this thing. Look at that, so beautiful. So this one is return as size. What's that? Well, it get the height and the width, which is more than enough. So what we are going to do, we are going to kill a lot of crap today. So who's responsible on this? Oh, what does this thing do? So the best way to know what this thing do, go to the place where it's defined and comment it. And you will see all the issues in life, including the ones that you made without me. Yeah. So the guy who's making the paint is the one who's responsible on that. So let me do something silly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the only reason I'm using this, so it doesn't print all of the crap below. Okay. So symbol paint is symbol paint after all. What we are going to do is we are going to add these values and say, I don't want to say that. I was going to say suck it nerd, but that doesn't. The only problem is we don't have this value. So what we are going to do is we are going up, back up, back up. Where is up? Where is up? And return the sucker. All right. And we are going to give this value in here. And now that make okay. What if I say this is optional? Oh yes, I cannot make you null, Mr. If I can make the sucker null, then I can make it optional. If I cannot make it null, then I cannot make it optional. Tough luck. Because they almost do the same damn thing. So we can make one function call the other. That's the easiest way. So what we are going to do, let's just not get a little bit hasty. The problem is if I make this function call the other, then the other will set a symbol false again. Do you see why sometimes programmers get, I don't know, triggered easily? Okay, screw this shit. New rectangle. I mean, I'm trying to be a little bit more, how to put it? It's not more professional, but more tidy, more, and it's not giving me any chance to do that. So the position is 0, 0, but the size is based on the bitmap size. And let's give it a test. Oh wait, that's the right file. So let's go to the animation once again and open the view and say miniature. Ta-da! It's fixed. It's the correct size. So if we go to the object and what? Oh, this is the object animation. I'm not there yet. And select 3. Now it gives me the correct size. Thanks God. What's wrong with this tree? I can almost imagine that's a demon head coming out from this position and start fireballs at you or something. Yeah, well, I'm going to make the first games about a demon's invasion and the wizard seeking vengeance for his old ancient people and stuff. It has a deep story, and I'm trying too serious about it that I fear it might not hit the point. But and I'll try to keep the stuff down, but I won't be shy to throw things from time to time. So let's leave this hellhole. I really hate this area. It's messy, it's annoying, and sometimes I feel someday I will get sick of it and drag the 200 lines that deal with all the crap, the view thing, this guy, all the code related to this guy, and just send it to the trash. I will get around 5,000 error at least, because almost like most of the tabs using it. Where am I surfing? Let's close all of these crap. So now we have the capability of selecting an image of the object and write the size of it. Let's deal with the collision. So similar to unfortunately, I need to deal with this crap. So we need to deal with this crap. And wall collision doesn't exist. So let's make it -1. And hopefully this is the wall collision section, because if it isn't, then that will be embarrassing. And yeah, false. And I noticed I don't have boxes in here to make them visible or invisible. Actually, that's not invisibility, that's actually do they have it, which is a different start. Wait, I should give them the capability if they have it or not too. So let's move the suckers. And add a small box in here. Checkbox. Chicken wings. Why am I thinking about chicken wings? And not that good, but I will live with it for now because the whole thing is in a mess. And this one called checkbox. Collision checkbox. Solidity collision checkbox. So solidity checkbox, all tab 1. And this is damage checkbox, all tab 1. So we can make objects damage you when you touch them, and based on the attributes, the damage of the attribute, they damage you that much. So first of all, let's see why. Oh, this This is called SC. Let me check something. Can I put something other than numbers? Oh, yes. I need to commit this one. Or actually fix it and call it. No, you're not at the end of the code. Excuse me. Yeah, I noticed when I talk for a while to the mic, I start to blow my nose and my throat start to get drier. I wonder how YouTubers deal with that. I mean, they speak to the microphone for hours every day as part of their work. And they edit the crap and they... So I'm trying, but yeah, I'm trying to... What's going on? To put letters inside the combo box, and apparently he did not like that. The funny part is, I'm not sure why he's crying. Oh, this one is not selected yet. So when this one is not selected yet, if you know what does that mean? This problem might exist in the animation tab. Because I stole the code from the animation tab. So if I type letters in here, nope, it doesn't. Maybe in here. Funny. In here. Alright. At least I cannot put numbers in here anymore. Not numbers, I mean letters. I'm trying to infiltrate my... Oops. So we need to protect these two. All part of the work. All part of the work. At base. So we go up. Around this area, we go to the Objects tab. Not this area for delegates, we need the check areas. And we add the suckers. And we need attribute max and attribute max. And let's close this area because it's sore to the eye. Just like the rest of my code. Especially you, View-tab. Especially you. You are the unwanted son of mine. No son of mine is as bugged as you. A programming opera mixed with sci-fi and action. Okay, can we return to the real world? Now we need to add collision rectangle, a leave function. But before we do that, no, after we do that, let's add to leave thing. Private Sergeant. Collision. Oh, tab 1. Collision update. Collision leave. Or whatever. Leave. Object sender. Event args. And same, all same. Let's add this sucker in 8 different places. One of them called solidity collision. Rectangle. X. God. This almost looked like a password. Actually, that's not a bad idea for a password. And we go back. And he's fucking unhappy because we didn't give it a name to his nameless event arcs. Now this sucker should do one of the most annoying thing in the world, called this function. This. Which actually I still have a lot of problems because whenever I leave the tab, I usually don't remove the rectangles. And to show you an example, because I have only 2 minutes before the break, this function that I'm working on now show you the collision in the character, these rectangles. And if you go to that's not correct. Holy potato. None of the images are printed in the right position. Holy potato. This number is not changing. Oh, silly you, silly you. Sorry about the confusion. I was changing the image, not selecting different characters, and I was losing my mind. I thought it was a bug. So if you remember from the game that I just ran before, I made the character, the wall collision, taller than the character himself for testing purposes actually. And that's why he was floating on the ground. But if you select this one, I put it exactly on the position. But the fire collision, actually, I made it taller than him as well. Just to test if they're going to do something silly with the wall collision or floor detection. And it shouldn't, but you never know, you cannot be safe. So these rectangles, unfortunately, sometimes show even when you select something else. For example, in here I can see the layers, and he's still keeping the rectangles. So later on, when I try to clean up, I need to do a lot of cleanup to remove these rectangles, because they shouldn't show like this. Oh, this page is not working. I believe I didn't program it. No, I didn't program it when you select those, but only when you select these. So you can see it should always update it to remove these walls. It's an easy procedure. I just need to call the function with 3 false. But I need to put it everywhere. Like view cd update. False, false, false. And if I put it everywhere, every fucking where, it will fix the problem. But yeah, I need to work on that. But the clock is clicking and ticking and flashing, which announcing the end of this hour. So I will take a break and come back in 10 minutes. Feel free to ask me any question, or if you want to check my older videos on YouTube, or check my description in the meanwhile. But I'm going to take a short walk for a few minutes and see what's going on outside. Maybe it's a smart idea to put the mic on mute. So we are back. I'm still on the break. But for some reason, I just remembered a very old song from an old game that I used to. Well, I cannot run, but I could run when I was young. Run as fast as possible from the school to home just to play the diamond game before my older brother catch up and kick me from his computer to play it. And man, those of times, it was something phenomenal at that time. So I wonder if, yep. Oh, HD, that's...
Oh, we got this notion that we quite like to sail the ocean, so we're building a big boat to leave sinking, so we're all sitting here thinking, cause we built it too big and we've run out of wood. We simply can't leave till we get some more wood.
Oh, we're not keen on
Sinking,
sinking.
so that's why we're sitting thinking, cause we simply can't leave till we get some more wood.
I mean, in old times and old games, when you have this wonderful song as a part of a mini quest or side quest, and actually several versions. This is the first part only. Several parts, I mean. And when you give them wood, they will keep singing about other things, grain and meat and love sticks. I know it was beautiful. It's just beautiful. I kind of missed that game. Unfortunately, they made Black and White 2, and it was meh. Wasn't that interesting. The guys who work on the AI on this game are, I don't know, fantastic. At least I could say. And yes, it is like a God simulator, as he put it, but in that time we didn't call them simulators. We call it just a game like Populous. You play with as a god. So I just remembered the song while I was walking outside a little bit, and man, I kind of missed that game actually. So what we can do in a few minutes? Let's check the to-do list. Even though it should consider it part of work. And this is the old to-do list. Let's take a look on the new one. I believe I fixed this problem, but I didn't check. So we are working on here. Yeah. The last week was quite slow. I was doing random stuff, none of the above, and I wasted a lot of my time. And I got sick in the middle, just to make it worse. But hopefully I'll catch up. I have a lot to do and a lot to catch up, and I made this system a little bit more complicated than, well, it's needed. That's the thing. Some of the stuff I completely delayed or not ignored actually, like the slopes, because the game designer told me he doesn't want them, and I am going to make them later on. So they're not needed. But the stuff that I'm doing now, it's needed for the first game. We want to make live backgrounds with a lot of things moving in some of the maps. Um, that give your stages some light, some life, some. When you see things that move and have animations. I remember one of the critics when he described the old fighter games, that how Street Fighter's stages were used to be more alive than other fighting games in its era, because you see all these characters moving and doing silly stuff on the background. And yeah, definitely I want to make something more alive in my game if I want it to be more interesting. Yeah, a lot of them and things. The more I make, the more I discover I'm kinda need to do more. It's sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit discouraging. So let's start working and try to keep it up. If I do another hour, that's mean I will done 6 hours for today, and that's not bad. That's not bad for the first day of work after being so damn tired. So where were we? So now we should be able to see the collision um, rectangles, but we just added the checkboxes and we just gave them names. So let's add them in here too. So instead of saying hey, solidity collision, whoops, all tab 1. Why are you crying? Didn't I say yes in here? Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. Oh. Alright, finally nailed it. And who's that? The other one is the... So let's test it. Let's test the damn thing. Oh, I hate this crap. Let's move the cell phone. And the artist is talking. But let's close this damn thing. And let's edit the game file. And let's see if we have a tree. Oh, I don't think this is working yet. Do you see any red rectangle in here? No? Let's make it 120 or 110. No? Oh, silly you, because it's a symbol drawing. We need to make it still no. First of all, what's the size of the diamond tree? What? 15 kilobyte. Jeez. Well, some of them are 400. Interesting. Anyway, I hate this program with passion. Let me change it for a second. Open with. Choose another. Open it with this, please. Thank you. But actually, I don't need this one in here either. I need the paint. 263. Oh man, I hate these digits. I mean, if it was 4, I can eat it. Don't complain too much. I don't know. What? See? That's better. 262. No? Alright. So Anita's asking, are there lots of developers in Dubai? And I was like, I have no clue. Actually, there's a branch in for Microsoft in Dubai. And no, if you want to see my art, then you might think, oh, that's my art. No, that's not my art either. If you want to see my art, then let me show you my best art ever in the world. It's better than my artists themselves. And oh, welcome back, Richard, too. It has been a while. I haven't seen you. And I want to show you my best art. Oh, this is the documentary. Yeah. That's, my friend, is my art. I'm the best designer ever. So when you see something that's a collection of unorganized and not fitting circles and rectangles, then you will know that's my art. But other than that, yeah. I believe there are more developers in Dubai, definitely, than Saudi Arabia. But I'm from Saudi Arabia, unfortunately. And we don't have copyright protection. And it was a huge problem since the 70s. We used to have very powerful programmers from Saudi Arabia and Egypt. But their writings and their development did not get any kind of respect. And when they publish books about operation systems and programming and assembly and all the crap, and in that time there's no internet, seriously. And on the Commodore in Arabic, they were doing scripts and not scripts, interpreters, and doing great work in Arabic. Their work didn't get any respect, and they get pirated and distributed and sell for very cheap and even pillaged, and that didn't help the industry or the development of Arabic programmers at all. So I went to take the size of the tree and I completely forgot what I was doing. Getting distracted. 220. So for some reason, this thing is not working. So we should see a rectangle around it. So let's take a look. Oops. I put the code in the wrong function. Just oh crap, what have I done? Edit. And 48. Oh god. And 48. Alright. Now let's make this one. Alright. So we need a collision start from 5, 5, 10, 10. I don't see it. Did I add the events or the delegates or the handlers? So he see the numbers correctly. Oops. No, that's a new rectangle. Okay. And he see it as true. Oh, maybe because I didn't do refresh. So let's take a look on, but this thing should do refresh automatically. But to kill the confusion, let's take a look on if tab free leave. Let's not take this guy. Let's take the, because the animation crap works in a different way. Let's take a look on the animated particle crap. It seems my fuel start to getting low, and I didn't put the timer to the right parameters. What am I? Data from Star Trek? Right, this code is a mess. Oh, don't tell me. Yep. I don't see where's the leave part. Okay, take it easy. I'm a little bit concerned that I cannot even find a code to check. But this is the first part I done to this page. So actually it was like the second messiest part of the code. What I'm going to do is to invalidate and refresh the view picture and see if that will help at all. If refresh doesn't help, then I'll check invalidate and refresh. And if that doesn't help, then I have even a bigger issue. So let's put the parameters. No, it is 263 to 20. Is it possible to add like Android support for engine? Yes, it is. And .NET C# by itself didn't have a way directly to do that, but there's a third-party company that it's called Cimmerian, made a support to take your bitcode from the .NET and convert it into the machine code or something to the Android and iOS and iPad. But they requested a silly amount of money for that. They wanted like $89 for each developer per month, per device. So if I want to add support to Android, I need to pay them $89. If I want to add support to iPad or iPhone, I need to pay another $89 per month. If I want the three of them, I will pay them $89 three times. If I'm going to add another guy to the project, tough luck, I need to pay for him as well. I was like, screw that. Last year, 2016, Microsoft bought them and made that feature for free for us. Lucky us. So when it came out, I didn't care. But actually, after I finished the first project, and hopefully this April, I'll get the first prototype if I do well. But actually, my schedule got delayed by a month, so I believe it's after April. We will see about that, maybe March. We will see the first prototype. After I finish the whole game, I will consider making stuff for platforms. But yeah, if you want to check that out, you need to check something called Cimmerian. And there you go. You need to download their... and you need both the Mac and the PC to connect them in one network to do the compile. Because actually it's double compile. It will compile from the PC side, send the data to the Mac, and compile in there and make the files. Very, very promising. I tried it. And after I finished everything, it said error, the missing key in whatever. And then I was like, oh, you need to pay $89 to even to try to compile and whatever. They gave 30 days for free the first month last year or something in January, but I missed that part too. But so yeah, if you want to check that out, if you want to do what do you call it? Portable to Android, iPhone, and iPad from the C Sharp or from the .NET in general, you need to check this out. And they are, I believe they are free for now if you are using the community version, which is really promising because you can use mono games for free as well, and all of these guys for free. But the only thing is not for free is the effort. You need to put a lot of damn effort. To be honest, if you want to make games, apparently, refresh is working. Using something like Unity is more promising if you are not really comfortable with coding, and dealing with a crab like this is take forever sometimes. So let's test the other one. And this one didn't work. Hey, now it worked. Did I add the damage thing to this sleeve thing? Let's check it out. As always, whenever you have questions, yeah, feel free to ask. I'm not going to bite. So, unfortunately, we didn't add these suckers. So, let's add them. Alright. One more thing, we need to add the checkbox themselves. Should I make it as check or click or leave? Let's do a check for now. Great, you have check changed and check state changed. The check change is a little bit annoying to deal with sometimes, because when you do the change code, it will fire check change too, and it's super annoying. And when you assign it by value, like checkbox 1 value, check value is equal to 2, it will fire as well. So sometimes maybe let's do it on click. The thing is, a click, I don't know if it was going to trigger when you click on it or not, but let's take a look. Let's take a look. So this is our promising tree, and this is few numbers, and you can see the rectangle is white. Now it's red. Click, disappear. Click, appeared. Good. Now one of the things I want to do is when I click here and make it disappear, to disable these boxes and maybe make them zeros. But to be honest, when I made them to become zero in here, it became, no, I don't make them zero. Okay, okay, okay. When at first I believe I made them to become zero, it was annoying because sometimes I click it on and say, ah, and I need to figure out the measuring again. So let's do that. So we can use the same thing here. Click. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Now the designer will cry for a while. And let's add them to once again the update. Do you have experience in .NET, I wonder? Yeah, I'm not on hurry to develop on Android, but a lot of people ask me. It seems Android is a very popular platform after all. Maybe because of all the pirated software, I don't know. Which scares me the hell, I mean. Hey. It reminds me of the Arabic software market. No protection at all, it seems. But actually, yeah, when I try to teach some people in my free time, because I'm a freelancer, I'm working on my own project and getting finance from loaning money from others instead of doing, I don't know, Patreon and all of this crap. Because I have no name and I don't have energy to do ads and make hype and empty promises on all the crap. I'm trying to do the business in old ways, I guess. What I was going to say. So I tried to teach to get some money, and I start asking around, and actually, a fair amount of people want to learn about C and Android development. And apparently, the people that want to learn C because they want to be hackers, and the ones that want to learn Android, they want to make games on them. I believe, and I'm not sure. That's my best guess. So where were we? So we are going to do something ugly like this. And God forgive me. Actually, one of the new neat things in C# is this. I don't know if Java copycat this idea or not. When C# came out, a lot of people raised their finger and said, ah, C# is copycat Java. They're doing stuff like Java, and actually, most of the things in Java that the C# copycat, well, it came from C++ in the first place. And then in Java 7, 6, and 8, all the new features in C# somehow, at least the popular one, became available in Java next version. But nobody pointed that out. I don't know why. I mean, in all my academic life, I never seen anyone pointing that out. But when C# came out in around 2002, 2003, the .NET came out in 2001. But I believe Visual Basic was available first, Visual Basic.net. But that's what my memory tell me. So don't get me wrong, or don't burn me alive My memory was wrong. And to be honest, I've seen a fair share of Visual Basic 6, not .NET, 6 features in C#. Some, not all. Some of the weird functions like shoes, they didn't implement it in here. I don't know why. It was fun to use and a funny choice. No. So if I click that, he's crying because this guy doesn't have the correct image. This guy is not working. Oopsie. First of all, it's the wrong event. Second of all, the condition was wrong. So, goodbye. I was waiting for you. It's dangerous outside. Take this with you. Gosh. Yeah, welcome back. You're finally back. And click. And the designer will complain again. Fast, space it before it complains. No. Alright. Such a time waster for such a primitive task. Now this is the fun part. We need to make a list for different frames and different collisions based on the form. Jesus Christ, that will be annoying. But before I do that, let me test the whole crap. So here we have this, and we can say 48, 48, 48 to show the stone, and 4, 4, 4, 4 to show this silly square, and 8, 8, 8, 8 to the other silliness. And then that disappear, disappear, and this one can come enable. Before I do the form crap, let's try to activate this. This is supposed to draw the rectangle for me when I choose. For example, in here, if I want to change one of the rectangles, even though they are so perfect, I click on that and it changes. So this is a neat feature that required some GUI adjustments because there. All right. So we need to do similar thing to there. That means we need to infiltrate the drawing RC domain. So this is the draw RC domain, I believe. No. Nope. There you go. So here we go again. So let's give the names to these guys. Go CRC. Oh, tab 1. So let's see what's going on here. So here we need to add this crap. Be patient. Draw CRC. Oh, tab 1. And the other case is the draw D, I believe. Alright. And these stackers should be working exactly like all the CRC and DRC. So instead of doing the pleasure of pain of doing the code, I'll just steal it. And because stealing never been good, we just change a few letters to pretend it's our code and it's original. And people will cut that clip, that bit, that few seconds I said that part, to say, aha, this is not his original work, he stole the whole thing. And then I hit my head to the wall. And if you say there is a replacement function to the text, I'll tell you congratulations, I know about it. But I'm too lazy to think, what should I type in there? And this one should be O. And why do I call that? I don't think I called that. Screw you. This is the first thing I need to add. Let's continue. We need to add a specific ID number to the crab to be recognized by the other crab. Is that all? No, one step left. To reset the button when I finish the damn thing. Alright, I don't... Wait. What? Why in the... God. Why in the middle it cut the chain and start another one? I don't know. Throw CRC O tab 1. Throw D RCO great one. If you didn't fall asleep already, I congrats you. Because I almost fall asleep. So let's test if this is going to work, or maybe I missed something. And I have no clue why sometimes it's bring the whole window on the back. I wonder if what I'm doing is interesting. For me, this is my life for around 2 years. Only 4 months left to become 2 years. And I'm so familiar with what I'm doing, so I don't see it interesting at all. But I wonder if, from the viewer's standpoint, if this is interesting or just like, eh. So instead of putting the numbers, we should be able to say, I'm not working. So what's going on? Oh, silly you. You forgot to add the most important part. The handler. Yep. Unfortunately, I cannot pause and add a handler. So I need to go here. And add a few handlers in here. Do CRC. Zero DRC. Alright. So we go to the viewer, we check the tree, we say the size. And it's not working. Well, you're not working. Alright. Give me a second. This is mouse move or no, this is mouse up. What about mouse move? What about mouse down? Yeah. Alright. Pose. Am I missing something else? My feeling telling me I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Yeah, it doesn't grow at all. Almost if I mustn't, I mean, where? Okay. Wait, don't tell me. What's the name? DOCR. DOCRC. Oh, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? There you go. Eh. Uh-huh. We need to refresh the sucker. It's funny, they don't refresh. Instead, they do the... Each one of them do it in a different way. What the hell, man? Someday I need to come back and fix a lot of issues. I mean, some parts of the code, because it has been developed. Why not to rub the text? I don't like that. I don't like... Oh, by the way, nobody told me if the text is too small. I usually make it a little bit larger for the stream. But when I work alone, I don't do it larger. I'm more comfortable because I'm more comfortable with this style. Each one have his own style. Yeah, for me, if I do word wrap, the line number will at least double, if not triple. Just, no, thank you. So let's do a refresh. I mean, I already got bothered with 5,000 lines in this form, and I don't want to see 15,000 lines. I will cry when I do if I see that. Yeah, I hit more than 5,000, I believe. View, picture, refresh. Actually, they say there are two types of programmers. Um, and that's the same laugh I got 15 years, 16 years ago when I said my game have 8,000 lines in one page and 10,000 lines in another, and they laughed at me. And later on, I was like, yeah, my code is unmanaged. But this time, well, I'm working on a game engine, my friend. I'm working on a game engine. And actually, I saw snapshots for some templates for engines, generic engines, and they were optimized, but way much more than 20,000 lines. It still doesn't work. This is the mouse up. Why didn't it work? What happened if I say C leave? No, it was O tab 1 leave and null null. A crazy code to do, but I mean, do you see this part where I make objects? Imagine almost the whole game in here by GUI. Adding images, maps, regions, blocks, animations and tags, factions, characters, animations, layers, layer setting, equipments, character customization, unit test, skill trees, jobs, skills, prototype, formulas, control, attack, fire, baths, profiles for the control. All of these pages to give you the GUI to control the whole thing, and it's working. Showing you images and where's the rectangles and everything. So yeah, definitely it will take some lines, I guess. And some of the bars are not complete, like this bar should give me if I choose any object, it show me what's the object and what's the name. There are some systems that are not finished, but let's return back to the work instead of trying to justify my work. But I understand if you do a game like 2 maps and 1 AI and 3 different type of monsters and 1 weapon or whatever, and no story dialogue and whatsoever, you won't need 1,000 lines, you won't need 200 lines. Now it's updating. As I said, the next step is to develop this and make it, instead of doing this in the first form, we need to add more forms to the same object. So if I click on 5, it should give me 5 different items. And if I change into 3, it will return back to 3, but it won't lose the data. But whenever I click on add, it will save only the number of forms. So what's the story of the form I want to make? If I add an object, let's say a tree, and I gave it an HB and make it breakable by specific some type of fire or enemy or skills, it can have a different form to become a stump. And call a script that I didn't made yet to make the animation that the upper part of the tree fall and then disappear or something, or turn into items, depends on the game. So we need to give the objects the capability of having different forms, and each form can have different collisions, positions, and maybe even tributes and default scripts. I believe the tributes and the scripts will be the same, but it will have conditions. Like if it is a form 1, then it do that. If it is form, it depends. I will see. I didn't go that far, but let's work one step at a time. So I came here to close the view tab, and is it me or the scroll bar is just or maybe I'm just getting a little bit tired. Yeah, this is the integrity part. I can tell even while I'm scrolling fast. That part is quite huge. The integrity part is not programmed on the whole thing. It's programmed only in the control and animations and the sprites, and not the whole tab, only the sprite tab. If you delete a part that has been used by other parts, it warns you, and it create either missing data if it's possible, and if it is dependence on that data, it will tell you cannot delete this unless if you want to delete all the parts that depending on it. Do you want to delete them to proceed? And that system alone, God. Yeah, that system alone took a huge chunk of code. So yeah, I hit actually 5,000. Anyway, we need to add some kind of a representer for the index of these values. That means we cannot use these numbers. You see these numbers in here? We cannot use them to add the values and add the object in there. We need to use the temporary values for that, so we can switch between them. So what we are going to do, we can either do a new object and we use it as the object we added. So we can say object class edit object is equal to new object, and we fill the constructor with some crap, and when we finish this object and we want to save it, we just clone it. But to be honest, I made that in animation, and oh my god, you don't know how much headache do I have to deal with when this object is a pointer or not a pointer, if I'm editing it, if I'm opening a new one. Screw that crap, never again. And actually, it's one of the reasons why I'm thinking to rebuild the animation page in here, this one, because I tried to do that. I tried to make an object of animation, and I tried to make it editable, and then clone it and put it, and it was ugly. It was ugly as hell. I didn't manage it well because there are so many stages that you can cancel the stuff without saving. Um, and sometimes confusing. Are you loading a new data or are you just editing the edited version? So sometimes it's the pointer. It's worked differently. Sometimes it's considered as an. It was a hell mess. And if you see old videos when I struggled with that, I was like, just no, I learned my mistake, never again. So what we are going to do, we are going to make three list of rectangles, just exactly like these suckers. And because these are not going to be used anywhere else, we can turn them into private. And we need to give them a little bit different name, like like I guess that's more than enough to distinguish it between other things, even though I don't think I will add a different list of rectangles to deal with this. So what we are going to do, every time you change the form, we are going to save the values of the current these guys into this one and load the new one. And there's an issue. A list is a list and a list is not a list. What am I saying? You cannot access an object in a list if it doesn't exist. So maybe I'll change this into an array. How do you do that again? Oh, great. You will see me stumble a few times now, because array is not one of the popular things to use nowadays. I'm talking about myself, so don't. Maybe I need a new keyword. Actually, I believe if I leave the task to him, to the runtime checker, it will automatically do that. So to struggle less, let's try to figure out the syntax. Oh wow. Shouldn't it be the parentheses before? No, what the heck. If he's happy with that, I'm happy with that. So what do you expect or consider or think the maximum number of forms of objects? Like if you have a barrel and it explodes, it's required an animation, and that's a different story, but a fixed static number of forms. Like a barrel that's laying down, a barrel that's turning around, a barrel 10, 20, to be safe, 255, just to be safe. And this is the maximum number. We actually are not going to save all of those. We are only going to save the ones till the maximum number of what now? Oh, you moved this way too far. So what we are going to do, whenever I select a form, we are going to replace these guys. Oh crap, I need to know the previous index. How can we do that? A flag. A fucking flag. Let's do a flag. Object form flag. Off. O tab 1. One of the thing is, even though the form it starts from 1, we need to use the 0. So this one is 0, even when it says 1. But bear with me, bear with me. So off is equal to a new rectangle, and a lot of typing, and bars. God, I don't like this. First we need the X actually. This one. So we need this one. First of all, let me just do this 4 times. And I replace them. And this is the first one. Let's do the rest. So we need the collision and the damage collision. Two minutes left. 2 minutes left. And I'll finish 6 hours. Very nice, very nice. And these are going to be the sign of the coming opera. What's the name? SCR. Damn it. XO tab. Y H, no, W Y, and this is D Y. I wonder how many of you are following. I mean, didn't confuse it to hell. So this is going to record the new values, and now we need to change the off O tab value, which is going to be this text, parse it, and I will show you something you might not familiar with, but something funny. -1, and he will be angry at that. Can you guess why? You just imagine why he is not happy with this. because 1 is an integer. It need to be turned into byte. Actually, there's a way, I believe, like this or something. There's a way to use a static number for byte, and I kind of don't remember. I might wrote the whole question the wrong way. Is it 0x? But 0x will give me the hexadecimal crap, no? I believe there is a way to immediately change it into byte without casting. I know, I know. If you know the answer of my silliness, something like this. At the end, there's yes, at the end, not at the beginning. Let me try. I know time's up. X, I, B, I, L. I'm screwing around, no worries. Should be B. But anyhow, the easiest way to fix that is to say, byte, and I say, no, it's not happy because you need to do this, and you need to do this, and now he's not happy either. What? Did I lose my mind? Definitely yes. I believe I lost my mind. I'm taking a break. I don't care. Taking a break. So we are coming back in 10 minutes. I know the casting is an issue here, but man, I miss my bed. I really miss my bed. But I'll try to give a third hour. And if it works, imagine if the microphone was muted all this time. It would be so funny. Screw this problem. I will come back after I come back. Whenever I come back, then I'll come back. Man, 9 people's in the chat room. I feel like PewDiePie. I'm so famous. I feel sorry for him sometimes. So let's check what's the artist saying. He's discussing the stuff with the game designer, and he's telling him where game designer name only. Oh well. Well, hopefully he will be game designer. He's just too busy. But for now, I'm kind of doing both sides. And they were discussing the animation of the main character. Let me remove the BRP to see. The game designer didn't like the color of pants. Man, I don't have the finance to support one artist. This kind of sucks. If we are going to change every image here, request, it will take forever. It will take damn a lot of money. I mean, at first I thought, oh, $10,000, it will be enough for this game with one. Nope. Apparently, we need more than 10,000. Because he was going to ask for $30 an hour, but we are going to pay him. We agreed for 20. So the original color was blue, and the game artist didn't like it. And he made few versions. And now the game artist says, the game designer, I mean, the jump, he didn't like something. Oh, he made rolling. I just noticed that. Yeah, he said that, but I didn't notice it. It's 4 frames. I'm like, yeah, good luck dealing with this crap. So we will decide on a color first, then he will continue the other. So he made even purple, which is like, no. No, I mean purple fits to some of the characters, but I don't see it fit in here at all. So I can download these and make different versions of walkers just for fun. Maybe for multiplayers or something. But if we're going to do such a thing for multiplayers, maybe we need to make the colors or change the color programmatically. But I will see about all of these crabs when their time comes. When I try to play with matrix set color and put the matrix to make it a 2D, to bring 2D things on the screen using monogame, the fucking debugger kept crashing. The fucking compiler kept crashing over and over and over, and I don't think I'll make FX by drawing 2D directly to the screen. It seems not stable at all. I don't know if I put a wrong value in the symbol matrix, but that will be so silly. I don't think that was the issue. Anyway, I didn't suppose to work a third hour after night because I couldn't sleep. But guess what? Overtime. Let's do the last hour overtime. And if I do another hour, I'll hit the maximum. I don't want to work more than. Wait, the maximum is 10 or 8? Yeah, the new maximum is 8. Before I done even 16 hours a day, and I discovered it was a big mistake. You need to limit yourself how much you work with this crap, because you don't want to burn the last cell of your brain. Um, you want to try to achieve the maximum amount of work per amount of time. Like, you don't want to work like, let's do every day 16 hours and hit the maximum and maybe 18 and feel so good about it. And after 2 weeks, if not 3 days, you'll see yourself like a zombie and not be able to work for weeks. And then who's going to get anything from that? So you need to stretch and minimize, stretch, and narrow the time and see what fits most on a longer period of time. So we have, is the mic on? The mic on. Is the BRP off? It's off. Okay. We have one of these silly problems where we have a byte and then maybe I need to do this, which is the most. Yeah, he's happy with that, but he's not happy with that. Do you know how much I hate that? So I believe there's a way to add value in here, like you maybe? No, this is unsigned unit or integer. It should be B. OP. X. OB. XU. Oh god. So there must be a way. So let's do a simple C# search. And first of all, what do you call this data? The numbers. Values. Byte values. Whoops. Because I read that long time ago about the different letters that you add at the end of the number to turn them into something. And I was like, yeah, that's interesting, but never use that. Oh, it doesn't highlight all of them. So nothing can implicitly, how to pronounce that damn word, can be converted to byte. The opposite could be. So a constant expression of integer should be no problem. But if I add it, then nope. Screw you. So maybe if I say something, maybe someone will list them. So there's decimals and long, but apparently no short. And you can choose as unsigned and signed too. Ah, see, here's a good list. But as you can see, none of them is byte. Tough luck. Tough luck. Oh well, let's go back to the whole fiasco and take a look. So, I'm sure there's an easier way for that, but I believe I spent already like 5 minutes on that. That's way too much. We have things to do. So, now when we change the form, it should save these values and load the new values based on the new thing. So, more boredom coming right away. So let's see, we need to call the rectangle based on, oh wow, I already forgot what off stands for. It was a good joke till it lasted. It's object form flag. Usually it's good to keep a reference to yourself in a comment to now I'm confused because the font is too large. To tell yourself what this stands for. Oops. So this is the Y location. This is the width. It's called SW. And width. And this is size, height. And oh, we need width, the complete word, and here height. And we need to do the rest for the other two rectangles. So this is solid collision. Rectangle. Jesus Christ. Yeah, solid rectangle, and this is the width. And now we need to do the rest with the damage. And don't forget we need to load this from the right rectangle. Actually, I have a lot of functions to do similar things on the list. Maybe I should do one that I send 4 different components to do that and save a lot of space by that. But let's try this out. So here, when we have a tree and we say let's make different forms for different spaces and size. For example, this one 50-50, and oh, silly you, I didn't make a way to enlarge the list. If you enter a larger number, we need to do that first. And this one is called frame number object tab. So we need to do something like leave and let's close this tab and go here, holy tomato. Where were we? Yes, and this one, when we leave and we will have a few complications, including what if I'm selecting a form, then I deleted it? Because what this one will do, it will delete all the items in here. And with that, we are going to deselect it. And when this thing is get deselected, it will do some issues in here. But step by step, we might going to reselect the current frame combo box based on the flag, if the flag still exists. So for int I is equal to 0, I is less than int parse, this will be ugly a little bit, but fortunately no, it's going to be called every time. This part will going to be called only once, but this part is going to be called every time. So what I was going to say is false even before I open my mouth. So here we can add these numbers. Now we can check if the this number is smaller or equal to this number. And unfortunately, this number is already integer. And if I convert it into byte, it might cause an issue. So we need to limit that text box to enter only to the maximum of 255. So we need to make sure that's the case. And if that's the case, then we are going to select this one is equal to this one minus 1. Else we are going to reset this one into 1 and this one as equal to 0. As you can see, we have screw it up in the syntax. And there you go. Now Sarkeesian will get annoyed. I mean, Anita. Sorry, Anita. I used to call her Auntie, but Anita Sarkeesian. Anyway. So before well, let's test it. Let's just test it. So if I leave to crash, so whoa, wrong component name. You know what's the funny part? I used the wrong component name and everywhere. So, ooh, shit. We need to add 1 to these. So, it didn't select 1. Maybe selected index is not the best. Maybe we should make it text. And and actually this is 1. Oh, actually, let me do it in a silly way. All right, let's give it a try. Nope, it didn't work. It didn't work. So let's try something else. Didn't I do that already? Well, it won't harm anyone. Oh. Oh. Oh crap, because this one. Wait. When I select this one, it says 1, but it's 0. But in here, it's if the flag is 0, then the index should be. So if the off tab is 0, then it should be the same index. It should be the same index. So if we are number 1, number 3, and we made it 5, then it should stay at 3. Hopefully it won't what do you call it? It won't change these values. So to be honest, selected index is kind of dangerous in these stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove all of this crap. Remove this at all. Remove the crying baby that's going to jump on my face in a few seconds. return back and use a safer approach, which is called click, which fortunately will almost do the same thing, as long as you don't change it by the mouse or something. Which, to be honest, I just thought about that, and oops, yeah, we might need to find a way for the mouse or keyboard user, I mean, not the mouse user. So okay, let's test the whole fiasco. So now we should be able to change the forms of the objects and add forms. For example, if I have these objects and I have the stone and it can be shattered, let's try to add that. So we have two forms and it's called a stone, and the first one is 48 by 48, and this is form 1, and it has this collision and it has this collision. And the second form, the numbers didn't change. It's 48 by 48. Whoopsie, do you see what's going on? Nope, this is not the correct behavior. So let's check what's going on. So this is click without changing, so yeah, not the correct event. It's not like the checkbox. Maybe I made a hasty choice, because when I'm going to delete these items, the change index will be called. Maybe I can ignore the sender. Alright. Bear with me. We'll set coding take a little time. Bear with me. Let's take care of the crybaby first. The second crybaby in the room. Then we add the event. Should tell me what the hell is this. What the it should be selected index change, but I know how annoying is that. Let's stick with this. It's funny, with all the work on GUI, and I still, some of the issues I didn't have a preferred solution. Why is not giving me the thing? Did I crash the whole frame? Whoops. No. Let me close the page. And now welcome to the mess fiasco 101. Sorry for the shameful display. Alright. Thank you for giving me my baby, but you're not belonging in here. Let's move this guy to his position, and let's put it just below this guy because he's related to him. And let's see. Let me check the sender value every time we do that. So the sender is not around. It has left the building. Object tree name Alright, so we can ignore the sender. I hate this guy. Jesus Christ, why? Okay. All the stupid window components are considered some type of component. Maybe I can turn it into the superclass of component. I hate you. I hate you. Okay, let's go. Try again. So it is accessible object. Alright. And when you change the sucker, accessible object. Do these accessible fucking objects have a name? No. Then why do we have these values and we cannot check the name of the name? Alright. I will do what usually people do to be a lazy bastard. How to access sender name. I know if I convert it into something, and I already done it more than once. I can go back, but checking in here is easier than go to my code and check. So if you turn it into checkbox, let me try to turn it into accessible. What did he call it? Accessible something. Accessible object, I believe it's called. Please have a name. Thank you. Alright. So when we test this sucker, hopefully it will work. So this guy should be fine. Nope. It wasn't. Mother of God. Didn't you say it is his parent? Maybe. Do you mean like an owner or something? I mean, or tell me this is an abstract. It's just invalid cast, whatever. Mother of God. I'm worried about something, but I need to test it. If I turn it into a checkbox and it wasn't a checkbox, is he going to cry? Then we need to check if he's the type of checkbox. Then turn it into a checkbox. And God, for the mother of God, it's just God. I fail even to say the things in the correct way, because we are going to connect the sucker when the page appear with a list box and a text box and a combo box. And I don't want to check 3 times. I don't want to check the process 3 times. If this is the type of a checkbox, then please convert it to the checkbox and check the name. Is this a type of a combo list? Then please check if it is converted in place. So maybe this guy is an abstract. Even if it is an abstract, he shouldn't be shy and throw at me this bullshit. Wow. The thing seems more complicated than I thought. I have no clue what's this. I'm not going to lie. Child accessible object. So what is a checkbox then? Maybe I should done that at first to check the parents of the checkbox when he load the page. Well, he's a control. I don't think that worked. Oh, actually, wait for it. Wait for Oh, what? Ah. Then why this thing is... Okay. Nope. Oh, really? C frame number combo box. So it says actually the sender is the combo box itself. Let me pause for a second, because I believe I'm hitting something. So if I change the number 6, it should clear the items. Oh wait, clearing the item didn't fire the crap of this. And we add the numbers and then it fired the crap. Then we change the selected index. Now, Now it fired a crap. Guess we are fine with that, actually. We are fine with that. So, all of this testing and wasting of time and everything, and it seems the thing that I'm worried about was not worthy to worry about. Except, hopefully, we won't lose some values when we do that change. So, let's do the example. And hopefully I will have more energy to add more stuff before I call it a day. So once again, let's add a stone or brick or boulder, if I know how to spell it, and enter the parameters, and we say 2 frames, and the second one should be 48. So when I select the first one, it gives me the right values, but I didn't update, and it gave me the right values. So this guy is asking a very weird question. It says, what parser is best? I believe he's trying to say what's the best parser, and the question is best parser for what? I have my own parser called SSI, and it's not the best parser. That's the only thing I can tell you. My parser is not the best. Other than that, I don't know. What are you going to use this parser for? For site. So are you using ASP.NET or something? Yeah, I'm sorry. I made my own parser because I wanted to do exactly what I want to do with it, so I don't need to learn on other parsers in the first place. So only one thing left to make this thing perfect is to call the update, and the best way to call the update is just to call the leave function in here. Yeah, sorry, I don't have an answer for that. I haven't updated my parser since 2012 or something. That's been a while. That's been a while. So let's make one object that represents all symbol objects, just like the old days with the old object system, or at least similar. I'm in the wrong page. So let's make an object that have all the forms of these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the size of them is 48, 48, 48, 48. No. And the 3 is no, this is 96, and 4, God help me, 48 by 4, 192, 144, 5, 6, and 7. So there you go. When you select one, you see the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7. Let me change 7 into this, and we go 1, 2, and 7, and there you go. The system's finally working. If I change this one into 3, number 2 got replaced by this mess. But if I type 7 again, so you, as you can see, it keep the values because I changed this one. Let's return it back. Number 2, let's return it back. And let's make 2 again and check if it's going to screw up. So it selected 1. When I select 2, it became 5. So you see, when we change the value in here, we not record the value in here. We need to be careful with that. So an easy way to do that is by doing a flag. But I hate flags. I have billions of flags. The system is annoyed by my flags. I mean, look at that. Even the game engine doesn't take that much memory. I mean, seriously. Let me run the game engine. It reminds me with Warcraft map editor. It used to be very heavy on the machines. Remember, we're using it in 1999 at that time. And the best computer at that time, I don't think it passed 800 megahertz. I believe it was before that era. And we were using, the best machine was using Windows 98 second edition. Man, that time was really beautiful. And actually my main PC used to be 300 megahertz. And I used to play Warcraft on it. And the map editor was definitely heavier than the game itself. Good times, good times. So if I run the engine, which take the data and turn it into a game, let me try again. Take 127. Less than half of the editor. It just, I don't know. What does that mean? It's mean maybe mono games doing much better work in organizing the data or something. But no, this guy is dealing with a lot of flags and a lot of crap to make it an easier user experience, I guess. And that's why I'm sticking down with that much of memory. Hopefully it's not because of my crappy programming. Please tell me it's not my crappy programming abilities. So, that's why I don't want to add another flag. But apparently, the easiest way and the laziest way to do it is to add a flag or try to solve it in a logical way. Screw memory. Screw everyone. Screw me. Let's add a flag. Fresh off. Flag. God. I'm sorry, but I'm having some good time. So this thing is going to turn this into true. Actually, it will turn it into true no matter what. And here it will turn off or false. And here it will ignore this when it's not fresh. And let's test this. So let's add 7 forms. And number 7 is this one. And number 2 is this one. And number 3 is this one. And I will select number 7 and I turn it into 3. So 3 didn't lose its value. But did number 2 lose its value or just my imagination? Let's make a better example. 48 0 92 no 96 7 number 3 lost its value because it became number 1. What just happened? Why did the number 3 became number 1? I'm sure that number 3 was 96. See, this is the kind of crap that I really love. Number 3 got become... Oh, it's still number 3. Shut up. Okay. 7. I didn't put the values for these guys, did I? Maybe not. I cannot focus, but apparently we don't lose any values. I don't know if I made a deadly mistake or whatever. 3 2 3 either it was a mistake of mine, I oversaved over it and I didn't notice, or it was an issue, a bug, and I don't know what to call them anymore. It doesn't seem like bugs because non-programmers calls anything as a bug. And me, I see bug is a wide range of problems, including all kinds of exceptions, all kinds of real-time problems. Well, this is a small part of the GUI. We need to add attributes, and before that we need to be able to choose the prototypes that assigned as prototypes for the objects. Do you see how hideous this look like now? We need to add prototypes and the job classes and attributes for the objects to make an example and test the objects. So select them from here. And oh, the factions are working already. The description is just a placeholder. It save and memorizes a string. And based on the prototype, we can select its own attributes. And this is a not a placeholder, but this is a script. The old-fashioned script. After I finish this part, I can do the old crap, like, what the hell is this? I have no clue what the hell is this. It came from nowhere, like magic. From the void it came, and the void, it will be gone. Get out. Alright. So the old script guy we have is in here. This is the earliest or the prototype of the engine before I start working on it. I was going to be like, oh, I'm a very successful person in the college and I'm going to start acting like a business guy. And there was an investor who's going to visit me, and I took some advices from a guy who is really good in selling things, selling words, selling applications on the iPhone, selling games on Androids, and really good and fast. What do you call it? Doing shovelwares, I guess. I'm not sure, but he was doing things in a fast basis. And he told me you need to do a prototype and you need to be appealing and show this investor, and maybe he will enlist you in his crew and whatever. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit tired. That's why I'm just saying random things. And that's why I made this prototype. So this is a prototype that show the objects have some kind of scripts. And the objects, the characters, everything is a placeholder in this prototype. And actually I done it really quick because I was excited to do this. So these objects give you a dialogue and you can go to the next page by clicking on E. The funny part is you can select the Arabic dialogue and it is longer for some reason. And if I write the same script, it should work. It should fucking work in here. But unfortunately, no, it doesn't, because the trigger is the player and the player class doesn't exist anymore. I made something totally different than the sucker. So the trigger won't be triggered unless it's triggered. Wow. So I need to make a new type of triggers. And actually it won't be that big change. It's a little change actually. And it should come back. If I remember the script itself. The script need to be remade completely from the zero to support more trigger types. It's already supported to make it easier for me to add them. But yeah, next tip on this sucker. We need implement pro or fill prototype combo box and object with prototypes that support objects type. And to make tribute work, add, save, delete objects, and we will finish this page after that. Then we need to work on, God, please, God, no, God, oh, why did I do this to myself? I need to add the functionalities to make objects have animations. I already hate myself. I won't need to wait till I do this to hate myself. This is almost like, forget it. I'm not going to give you examples anymore. And then we are going to work on 3 objects animation, then objects mini, then objects cluster. So 3 minutes or 40 minutes, 3 minutes and 40 minutes, 3 minutes and 40 seconds till I finish an overtime with 1 hour. But screw the 3 minutes and screw this thing before I insult anyone else. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Stop.